Hey, all, Dr. Adam here. I wanted to hop on and talk about the gut and nervous system. So, there is an extremely large amount of surface area within your gut that is exposed to the outside world, technically. So, if you think about it, we are tubes walking around. Like our skin is, um, you know, connected to the air outside. Our eyes are a part of the nervous system that extends to observe the outside world. But the tube that we, from the mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines, all the way down and out, um, really comes in contact with everything that we put into our bodies. So, um, I think that it's fascinating to learn more about, and you may have heard a term like the gut-brain axis, or how your nervous system interacts with your gut. There's an extremely high amount of nervous system tissue that's always observing what we put into our bodies. So yes, we want to chew, digest, break down, absorb nutrients, minerals, you name it, with food. Um, but I think thinking about it in the fact of whatever we put into our bodies can become part of our body. It's just, I think it's so interesting because a majority of your gut is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. You don't have to tell your stomach to digest food. You don't have to tell your intestines to absorb. You don't have to tell the macrophage in your digestive system to, you know, go get the bacteria on something that you ate and control and eliminate it. So that I think is fascinating to think about. But I was recently listening to the Huberman Lab podcast, and Dr. Diego Borquez has done some pretty extensive research on the nervous system and how it connects and controls everything that regulates within your gut. So Dr. Diego observed what he called neuropod cells that were lining the epithelial tissue within the gut. So, similar to like your skin on the outside, gut on the inside, there are sensors and direct connections between the gut and the nervous system. So, these neuropod cells have axon like or arm like cells that can reach out and sense things in the gut and give feedback that connects directly into the nervous system. Now, you've heard of or like know about hormones and how hormones can affect in seconds, some in minutes, some in hours to create or move or change different processes within the bodies. But with the nervous system, you're operating in milliseconds. So that feedback can go directly to the brain very, very quickly. So the epithelial cells within your gut, or neuroepithelial cells, can have a direct impact on your nervous system that takes milliseconds, rather than like hormones that take longer time. So the outside feedback is always going into the brain very rapidly. um, I think that thinking about this, every decision that you make with a food uh, can affect mood, can affect energy levels, can affect hunger, or send different hormones, of course. But it's going to have a direct impact on your nervous system. If you are sick and needed to evacuate something from the digestive system itself, is that your body doing the right thing or the wrong thing? Have you think about that, because sometimes you have to eliminate. Sometimes there are so many people in watching this video in this room, listening in the US, that just have issues with the gut. And we put, sometimes we put just, there's crap sprayed on your food. There's maybe high processed food. There's a multiple different things that can directly affect your body, affect your nervous system in a negative way. And you can only get just high benefits by putting the positive stuff in. So next time you eat a meal or have a snack, just think of how that can be directly affecting your nervous system. And always, if you haven't sat down with Mackenzie, sit down with her, go through some nutrition stuff to get dialed in. We're always doing everything we can to help keep you happy, healthy, and strong.